Are Rob and Kristen still going strong, and do you think they're going to get married?
Seem adorable every time I see them and madly in love.
Most likely to make an inappropriate joke at the complete wrong time.
Rob.
I didn't even finish the sentence.
Ridiculous sometimes. Totally different.
Why am I so interested though?
Crazy train.
And a special congratulations to the happy couple. You were married, or at least your couple. The couple on screen was married, not you guys, as far as I know. You did it! You nailed it! Beyond.
Hated!
There's something in there. There's something in there. I've subjected them to their first MTV interviews before. They've looked at it before. Kristen, you've never...
No.
It's gonna happen. It's all good. It's the first interview we did on the set of Twilight. You've seen this. You guys together.
I actually don't even think you understand what that is.
It's gonna be okay. Don't worry, I got you a gift. Let's make it work. So Kristen literally started screaming and running around the set. What happened?
She was pacing.
You said first Twilight, and I was like... No, it wasn't funny, man.
Let's talk a little bit more about the wedding. We talked about the wedding.
It was very, very emotional for me. I don't know about these guys, but...
The groom's position in a wedding is, in reality, which is basically a prop. Super serious.
Yeah, me
really
too.
intense.
It was so intense.
Powerful. Powerful.
No, it was... Not to give anything away, but...
What can you give away from it?
How it's shot.
Oh.
There were so many little bits, in addition to just sort of the general scene that you play out, that were absurd. When you isolate those bits, and then it's like, just with everyone that you've been working with for so long, and it's also not real. It's not just human sex. It's like this, obviously blown a little bit out of proportion.
Slightly.
Yeah, slightly. It's kind of like the most important scene in the movie. It's so weird.
Is it more or less awkward for you guys in the crew, considering you guys obviously know each other pretty well by now? So I mean, it's not like you're like in the scene doing this intimate stuff with a stranger. Does it affect it at all, that the fact that you guys know each other as well as you do?
I mean, like, you end up I ended up just thinking purely about vanity things. I mean...
I was just really self-conscious.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's it. Like, you're not thinking about
the whole time. God, now it sounds awful.
You have to wear you're sitting there in like a little G-string. It's just kind of...
I wasn't too into that. It was a little bit like, whoa, I'm a really good actor. And it was total granny panties, by the way. It was like full wraparound. It was
it was they gave me a big G-string, but it was too small for me.
Those things are uncomfortable.
It was
really?
It was like old ham.
Sweet. Did you guys see the dress, or who wants to take that?
I mean, you should. It's your dress.
Nobody saw it until I walked out, which made me so... It wasn't about the dress, it was just everything involved. I was like, it's so very much the center of attention at that moment. He saw it before, and I was like, no, you can't. It did feel like very sort of realistically. So.
Yeah, probably.
I'm actually surprised you agree.
Reluctantly.
For some reason, it got worse and worse as the movies went on.
Yeah, it really did get kind of...
There was almost one line I was watching the trailer the other day, or some clip or something.
No.
When
This is why the commentaries are so good.
It's like when you're saying
So rich.
I'm late, and I just thought I was trying to force Bill into saying for what. It's not
At that
even
moment,
funny.
it's funny, and especially like
I was
right
obsessed with it at the time, and that's such a bad example. I thought way
No,
better.
that's so
you
funny.
hit it out of the park. In this film.
No M&Ms.
Yeah, I didn't eat any candy, and I didn't drink any beer for a while. I went kind of nuts. Like me and Kristen went nuts working out because we hadn't worked out for any of this is so unfair in comparison.
Why?
And everyone says I painted on my abs now, and I did not. And also Taylor has his painted on too.
like it either.
Taylor, isn't that
That's
This
so
is rough.
unfair having
What
this
have you done?
That lasted
comparison.
a long time. That was up there for a while.
You've ruined this for every guy
So
forever,
unfair.
Taylor, by what you did to your body.
Talking about.
We all feel inadequate. Thanks.
I don't understand this.
But you're comfortable now, a little bit more comfortable with that stuff, or is it
Not
always
anymore,
going to be?
literally, like, I mean, like, after I had it for like 2 weeks, like,
Oh my god.
what?
No, it was just, I mean, sometimes sarcasm doesn't translate with me. It wasn't me enough.
Oh my god, it was going so fast, it was unbelievable. You couldn't even remember it was there. Yeah, no, I for like 2 weeks, and then as soon as I didn't have my shirt on anymore, like, just gone immediately.
You know the fans still want to see the audition footage between you guys.
Yeah,
So
well.
it's never gonna happen. They'll be so disappointed as well. It's so much better. It's like the sex scene. Like, it's getting better to keep
No,
the.
it's not like the sex scene.
But that is the worst thing to say. I keep forgetting. It's better to keep it in your imagination. No.
That was the book.
Sizzling. Wow, these two people do have chemistry. They have a sexual tension that you can feel it. It was pretty wild. I was like, dude, this is going to be a PG-13 rated movie.
No, I think it's been talked about. We got an R rating for a few things and needed to be toned down. So we are at the cusp. We really did push it.
It's intense.
As far as we
It's
could.
pretty intense for PG-13.
Yeah.
Of you guys, rather. Who's most likely to crack up during a take?
It depends on what we're doing.
Honestly,
It totally depends on what type of scene it is.
I give it to Kristen.
Only because I have like an inability to go forth if something is not right. Like if something is even close, if I find myself lying for 1 second, I'm just like, nope, wrong. Like go again. And usually it's not. Directors hate me for it too. It's like, yeah, but that was really good. If you just held it, we could have just, not wasted everyone's time. I'm like, sorry, the integrity of the realism is just so important to me. I need to feel everything. But I do laugh a lot. I'm like, my BS meter is just a little bit too.
It's a good thing.
Best gift you have ever received from a loved one? Anyone want to take
God,
it?
that's impossible for a
No, I can't even answer that.
Taylor, you got anything? What song's your favorite out of all the soundtracks so far for Twilight?
That's tough.
Heavy in your arms.
I love
What's
that
heavy in
song.
your arms?
Yeah.
Why do they say that? That's terrible.
It's the Florence and the Machine song. It's
Oh, I love the Paramore song from the first one. I love Paramore.
yeah, it was the first
Yeah,
one.
that's. I can't remember what it's called. Decode.
Okay. Comfort food after a long day of filming.
I really like when we were in Squamish. We had McDonald's breakfast every morning. We were doing night shoots. That was absolutely incredible. That was
that was
probably
good.
the reason why I don't have a six pack.
I was going to say, maybe that's why we're all in envy of this.
Yeah.
Most played song on your iPod.
Just never changing.
It's too much. These questions are too much for me.
No, I can say what you want.
Answer for her.
Well, you know what I'm gonna say.
No, I actually genuinely don't. Okay, whatever. I'm not embarrassed. What is it?
Jenny Lewis, right?
Jenny
Well,
Lutz.
yeah, totally. One of them. But yeah, one of them. Sure.
By so far.
I need to stop this. She's gonna think that I'm so weird and obsessed.
If you were to be stuck somewhere in the world, no phones, no internet, 2 weeks, where would it be?
Be in LA if there are no phones and no internet. It'd be incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Couple, one or two
Then
more.
you could go anywhere.
One or two more? Yes, no, maybe?
Every time I've had an amazing experience with an actor on any movie I've done, I'm always thinking, as soon as we wrap, I'm just like, when can we do this again? When can we work with each other again? And that's usually a more, I don't know, much more within reach with other people, not these guys. You know what I mean? Like I want to work with them both individually so badly. So I will miss that.
Even though it was different directors, there was
Time in between.
Yeah,
You got back and it was,
it was like going back to school.
Yeah.
Right.
The crew.